Look, sometimes we need to face the fact. If you quit your job, you will not eat. If you quit your job, you will not even have what it takes to pursue your own dreams.
Yeah.
You know? So I think for now, if you don't have any opportunity, okay, brace yourself. So long as, three conditions, so long as the job is not affecting your mental health, so long as it's not affecting your safety, so long as it's not affecting your health, your general health, I think you should just brace yourself. Use your dream to comfort yourself. Draw courage from your personal goals, your personal ambition, and use that to brace yourself and just endure for a short period. Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Louis and this is my pretty wife, Riri.
Hi, welcome to our channel.
Great, so what do we have today?
Today we have a very special one because this dilemma comes from a follower on TikTok. So they sent us a DM basically stating their dilemma, what they're going through, and they've asked us to get on our YouTube channel, have a read, and give some advice, give our opinions about it, and also let the community also give some advice to her as well. So that is today's video, and you might want to stick around for this one because this one is quite interesting and we have different opinions about it. Like, I'm just like, and Louis also has a whole different perspective about it. So I'm sure you want to stick around for this one. All right, let's get straight into the video.
Yep.
My dilemma is to do with my career and my relationship. I'm in a job that pays my bills, but I don't enjoy and do not feel fulfilled. I always get a feeling of unsatisfactory and wanting to do more. I would like to start a business, but every time I take a step towards fulfilling that, I always fall a few steps behind and back to ground zero. It's a constant cycle. Secondly, I am in a relationship and we have been in a long distance for 5 years. He seems very nonchalant about future plans, and as a lady, I don't want to be driving conversations about the future, but I find myself doing that. I even try to get him to where I am through multiple channels and attempts. I'm in the UK, by the way, and he's back at home in Malawi. But to no avail, as there wasn't any effort from his side. I would apply for jobs and take the online assessment for him, but he wouldn't follow it through. I'm really tired and confused as he says he loves me and wants to marry me, but his action speaks otherwise. Or am I just doing too much? Yep, and then she finishes off with, we'll be looking out for your video on YouTube. Love you guys. Okay, thank you for sending through your dilemma. We really appreciate it, and we love you as well, and we love you for showing us your support. Okay, babe, so what are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
Well, there are actually a lot of things running through my mind right now, but
Yeah.
I want us to break it down step by step.
Okay.
Before starting, I think we want to appreciate you for this dilemma and also counting on us to give you our view on it.
Yeah.
We may not be all right, like we may not be perfect, we may not have all the answers you want, but we hope the little suggestion we have would contribute to your decision making. However, with this dilemma, I think there's two parts.
Yeah.
The first part has to do with career, and the other part has to do with the relationship.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you want us to start with first? Do you want us to talk about the career first, or you want us to talk about?
Let's tackle the career first.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are two issues I see with this career dilemma. The first is not finding happiness in your job, but you've got bills to pay. And the other is not knowing what to do to progress with your business idea. I want us to tackle the first one, not finding happiness in your job. Okay. Now, there are so many factors that contribute to not finding happiness in your job. Okay, can you list some of them? Maybe your employer is hostile towards you.
Your work colleagues are very like you don't get along with your work.
You don't get along with them. Maybe
Yeah.
another issue could be your pay, your salary.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. You feel you are working more, you are being underpaid for the work you are doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Or you feel like there's no growth for
There's
you
no
in
growth
the
for you.
company.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
not a place you can upskill yourself. You don't see yourself getting promoted. There are so many
Or
reasons.
your passion. Like
That's
you just don't
right.
have the passion to continue that role.
Good.
Yeah, I get that. I
Yeah.
really get that because I've also been in like roles where I've had the same feeling where I feel like, okay, every week I'm paid,
Yeah.
but then like I don't enjoy what I'm doing. Like come Monday, I don't even want to go to work. Like I've had work or like job roles where I've literally had nightmares about the role because I hated it that much. And so for me, what I did was maybe I just had the skills and the qualifications, but I was able to slowly transition out of that role into a different role.
Yeah.
And what I did is I wanted to get out of my industry and get into a different industry. Like I wanted to get into community services. I was in insurance and I wanted to get into community services. So what I did was I did my research. I found out what qualifications I needed. And then I pursue those certificates, and then once I got the certificates and got all my other requirements and approval, then I was able to move from the financial industry into the community services industry. And I find that I was more fulfilled there. I was able to make direct impact in people's lives. So I was able to transition just based on researching, networking, and finding out what I needed to get into the industry that I feel like I'll be best fit for me.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's what I did.
That's a very good one. So you got out from such challenge at workplace by looking for other opportunities in a different field, and you upskilled yourself to meet the requirements of the skill, just so you could exit from that career path.
Yeah.
And you found yourself in a different path that was more fulfilling, which I think is a very good thing.
Yeah.
So in your situation, the way out is doing what you did, because the circumstance around you favored that. You had so much opportunities,
Yeah.
and that gave you the leeway to escape that job frustration.
Yeah.
So that's something you can consider. If there are other opportunities you have, you think you'll be happy with, I think you should just upskill yourself and leave this job to the next job.
Exactly.
But in situations, because I believe she said she's in the UK, and I believe UK has so much opportunities.
Yeah.
So my advice to you is just explore other opportunities, read about the job description, you know your strength, see which ones you agree with, and if possible, upskill yourself to pursue that. Okay. Now, I also, I believe, I know from what you said, you had some business ideas. We'll get to that. But we just want to tackle this job frustration in its in the context of that particular issue. So if you are looking at resolving unhappiness at work, this is something you can consider. Okay. And I also understand that you are in the job because you want to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So quitting now is not the best option, because if you quit now, you wouldn't be able to pay your bills, and it will make life more frustrating for you.
Yeah.
So the best thing now is, if you have more opportunities, look at other fields. Because based on your dilemma, it makes me understand that working for someone is not your end goal. Your end goal is to work for yourself.
Yeah.
So doing something to raise money in the temporal or a short period of time, I think it's not a bad idea to change your career path, because that's not your focus. Your focus is to raise capital for your business or to pursue your business. But in situations where you don't see other opportunities, what do you do? You know, this is a question you need to ask yourself. In situations where you don't have opportunities, what do you do? To me, I think so long as the job is not affecting your mental health, so long as the job is not affecting your personal health, so long as the job is not affecting your safety, I think you just have to brace yourself and keep pushing. You know, you need to keep pushing, and once you keep pushing, you need to also work hard alongside with your business idea, so you could shorten the time of frustration you have
At the job. Yeah.
because look, sometimes we need to face the fact, if you quit your job, you will not eat. If you quit your job, you will not even have what it takes to pursue your own dreams.
Yeah.
You know, so I think for now, if you don't have any opportunity, okay, brace yourself. So long as, three conditions, so long as the job is not affecting your mental health, so long as it's not affecting your safety, so long as it's not affecting your health, your general health, I think you should just brace yourself. Use your dream to comfort yourself. Draw courage from your personal goals, your personal ambition, and use that to brace yourself and just endure for a short period. However, there is a task to do. The task to do is you need to work alongside your personal job.
Yeah. So I actually went through something similar.
Yeah, can you share?
So I wanted to start like a hair salon.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I wasn't fulfilled in my role as well, and I wanted to do something for myself, and I've always been passionate about doing hair, so I decided to start a hair salon. So the first thing I did was I actually traveled outside the country to get professional lessons from a school. So I was there for I didn't have much time, so I was there for about a month, and I had intensive classes to make sure that I got the skills that I needed. So when I came back, I didn't have the luxury of setting up a hair salon right away and quitting my job and starting that right away. So what I did was I rented out a store at a market.
Okay.
So it was at a marketplace, and the market only opens Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. So I was open on Saturday and Sundays. So I was doing my 9 to 5, and then on the weekends, I'd go and do the hair.
That's right.
So that was something small. This was just, when I say a market, I mean it's not like a traditional market back at home. It's more of stores sort of thing, right? Like a enclosed market sort of thing. And so I only did that on the weekends. And then once my customer base started growing, then I decided to do Easter shows. So I did some Easter shows. I did other public events, and had my own little station where I'll do hair and things like that. So that's how I started. And then with the support of my mom, then I was able to open up a proper shop. And then at that at that stage I was able to quit my job. So it was like a really tiny steps that I took
to
while
accomplish
exactly, and I still maintained my full-time job even though I wasn't like fulfilled with it. I knew that I needed to like raise funds to be able to fund my passion. So that's what I did.
Yeah, so that's a very good contribution. So
Yeah.
she has been practical with the idea of what I said, that while you are working, while you brace yourself and you're working, you need to work harder alongside your personal goals.
Yeah.
And she said she works twice a week
Yeah, it was just
while
on the
you do the
weekend.
9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I don't know the kind of business idea you have, but if it's possible, you need to do it side by side.
Side by side,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy from the beginning, but it's going to be worth it. If you think you can do it on the weekend, fine. If you think you can do it after work,
After
fine.
work,
Pursue
yeah.
it. You know,
That's
so I think if you don't have opportunities to explore around you, then you need to ask yourself these 3 questions. Is it affecting my general health? Is it affecting my mental health? Is it affecting my safety? If not, then I think you should just brace yourself. It's just for a short while. Because as much as you think you're not happy, there's still things to learn. The company you're working for is established, I believe. So there's so much you can learn from them. But if you always tell yourself you're not happy, you may miss opportunities. The fact that the company or the job is not a good place, I believe there may be one nice person who you can learn from. You know, so take advantage of the opportunity and not be quick to quit. One issue with us is when we get overwhelmed with issues, the first thing we think about is quitting.
Yeah.
But let's not be quick to quit.
Yeah.
Let's take our time to look into this job issues. So that's our advice to unhappiness at workplace.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the next dilemma. The
the
next one is
relationship.
the next one is you take a step forward in business, you end up retrogressing. Okay, so what advice can we give to such a person? Do you have any? You are the one that started the business. Have you found yourself in a situation where you take a step forward and you end up retrogressing? What do you think happened? Have you ever found yourself in that situation?
Yeah, so when I finally opened my store, I had people come and rent out chairs.
Okay.
So I had about 6 chairs, and then I had someone that was doing hair coloring and haircuts, and he had his own clients. So he was just renting the chair per week. And I had another old man that was also doing haircuts. And then I had another lady that also rented a small space in the salon for nails and things like that. So that shop was far away from my house. Like it was like an hour drive to get there every day. And so I guess I didn't have, I don't know what to call it. I guess I didn't have the energy, or I guess my passion wasn't strong enough to drive there every single day. So I wasn't there every single day, even though the shop was opened, because I'd given keys to the shop and staff. They weren't really my staff, they were doing their own thing. So they had keys so they could come in the time they wanted to start and go home when they wanted to stop. So I wasn't there all the time. So I wasn't supervising all the time. All of these staff were much older, like 40s, 50s. I thought they would be more well behaved and disciplined, but they weren't. So I'd get complaints of some of the staff smoking inside the salon. You know, some of them, because one mistake that I did was I didn't have a physical written contract. So it's more of like a verbal contract, like, okay, you can come in, you know, from Monday to Saturday, pay me this amount. It was like a verbal contract, right? So sometimes they wouldn't pay their rent on time, or sometimes they'll say things like, oh, I didn't get enough clients, so I can only pay you this much, sort of thing. So then that was like pushing me back. Like the business wasn't growing, because I didn't have the proper measures in place to make sure that the people that I was working with were following the rules and doing right by the business. And so that pushed me back a lot. So for me, I didn't have the right system and the right paperwork in place to make sure that the business was moving forward. So that was my thing that pushed me back. And also the location was just too far. Even though it was more affordable, it was just too far, and that was just costing me a lot of time on the road and a lot of petrol and things like that. So like I ended up selling the shop.
So yeah, let me digress a bit. So in your situation, what the issue is lack of you lack the experience to start up a business.
I guess so.
You were driven with passion,
Yeah.
but you didn't have the know-hows.
Yeah.
You didn't have that guidance to start a business.
Yeah.
So that is one factor to retrogress in your career. Let me not say career, but your business adventure.
Yeah.
You know, and look, you were not precise, or you were not direct with your dilemma. We don't know what exactly is the factor that draws you back in your business, but we can only mention a few things that can put people back or make people retrogress in business. And one is what she mentioned, that you lacking or being inexperienced in starting a business. You know, that's one thing that eats people up, and statistics makes us understand. I don't remember the figure, but majority of people, collapse in the first 2 years of their business. Okay, I know the percentage of success rate is lower than the percentage of, I don't really remember the figures, but there was a figure, and that figure makes us understand that majority of businesses collapse in their first 2 years. And the reason is because there is a curve. There is a curve. In the first few months, people grow, or people grow in business because of passion. But passion can't take you through your business to the end. At some point, passion only plays a key role, but you need other things to keep you in the journey. You know, and so people are driven by passion. They quit their job, they leave homes, they don't receive support, they don't get trained, they get into a business, and they realize that passion can't take them. The passion will leave them with so much issues that they can't solve, and they'll end up collapsing. So you need a good team, you need proper education, you need a starting capital, you know, you need all these to keep you going in your business. You even need financial experience, financial advice from people. Okay, so I don't know what could be the reason, but we are assuming one could be inexperience. If it is inexperience, I think you should, first of all, before embarking on your business, upskill yourself. Take an online course, meet a business advisor, a financial advisor, or probably meet a relative or a friend or someone who can be your mentor. Engage them, get to know more about your idea even before you start. You know, I feel upscaling yourself is like a farmer. You first of all need to clear your land, weed the grasses. You need to prepare the land before you put in the seed. But if you start a business without experience, without advice, without guidance, without coaching, it's like you planting your idea in thorns and weeds. It will germinate. By the time it will come, it will not be sustainable. It will die. So education is more important. So while you are at work, I don't know the demand of your business, but if your business is something you lack in-depth knowledge about, I think you should educate yourself. Then another thing is maybe your business require more time than you are giving it. You know, if you don't give it the time, trust me, you will not yield the fruit. You know, so I think Rita her business did not succeed because number two, she didn't get the time to go.
Yeah, I didn't give the time
So
that it needed.
her business demanded time, but she was caught up in a 9-to-5 job. So if that is the situation, I think you should try to reduce your working hours. If possible, go for a casual job.
Yeah, part-time job.
Or a part-time job that can help you just pay your bills. You may not be comfortable, but just to take care of your bills, so you can get more time to work on your vision.
Business,
so long as you are passionate and you have confidence in your business, I think it's worth it to just take a casual job and sacrifice the time to pursue that dream.
Yeah.
Another could be you don't have the right team. Maybe you need people to help you.
Yeah.
You don't have the right team.
Yeah, I actually had that obstacle as well.
You don't have the right team.
I didn't have the right team. I didn't have the right support.
You see, so it's hard. So you need to first of all know the people you work with. You know,
there's a lot of
get
challenges.
people you have confidence in.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the reason why you are actually retrogressing in your business is because you don't have the right people helping you. So look at the team. So there are so many factors. We just mentioned 3 of them. Upscaling yourself, time, and the team. And I thought with the little knowledge I have with entrepreneurial,
because you also have
I did some course in uni, and I realized you actually need capital, you need the right team, and you need you need capital, you need the right team, and you need education, the technical know-how. You know, that is one thing you need to know. Okay, so look
That's
at
because
that.
you've also had experience.
Yeah, I had a business
as
and
well.
I was lucky enough to get the right coaching and all that. And I had the right team. But what I didn't have is the time.
You didn't have
and the
time.
presence.
Yeah.
And the business did not collapse, but I dissolved the business because I wasn't present. I started a business in Ghana, but I wasn't present in Ghana.
Yeah, I think if you mention it, people would know. People that know you would know.
Yeah, people that know me would know.
Yeah.
I started a business in Ghana. It was really thriving.
Yeah.
Everything was going well.
Do you want to mention the business?
I don't have the time because I'm no more in the country.
Yeah, so relocation.
No one had I feel no one had the passion I had. I really appreciate my team, but my passion demanded that you have to quit your job.
Yeah, and come in full
and come
time.
in. And I didn't want to put people through that struggle because we needed time and we needed money.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it was right for me to dissolve it. I'll revisit the business and I'll call back my team. I know all of them. I'll call them back and we'll revisit that old plan. It's still in my mind. But then, for now, in this contest, I want you to know that identify the factors, the causes of why things are retrogressing and tackle it. If you are lucky enough to have those causes, as part of what we've already mentioned, please consider our advice and we believe we'll go the long way to help you with your dilemma. Thank you so much. This is the first part of the career dilemma. In the next video, we'll talk about the relationship dilemma.
Yes.
Do you have anything more to share?
So what I would like to add is, I hope what we've shared in this video, will go a long way to help you make some informed decisions. I hope this has been very helpful. And if we will tackle the next part in our next video, so make sure to go on our page and look for that upload as well. So thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.